All right, guys, so this is all the stuff I take with me when I go and sell at an artist alley. You need to understand that I do fly a lot, so my travel setup or my gear setup is tailored for flying. If you're not flying, you probably don't need all this stuff. But anyway, this is my 11 by 17 roller. It's a legal roller, and I'll have links to all this stuff, where I bought it, in the description. I don't have an affiliate link with anyone, so I'm not going to make money off of this. This is just where I get all my stuff. All right, so this probably the most useful piece that I have. I believe this was under $100, but I have abused the shit out of it. It's on its last leg. I've gotten about 3 years use out of it. This is where I transport all my 11 by 17 prints. I just stuff all the 11 by 17s in here, and then I will take a binder paper, fold it in half, put a Post-it on it, and create dividers so that it's easier to find what you're looking for. I also transport all my digital transaction gear in here, if I could find it. So that is the Bluetooth chip reader, so you can take credit card transactions. Then the regular square swipe reader, and then I also have the PayPal one. I never use the PayPal one. I also do take digital PayPal, and I used to take Venmo, but then they have like this chargeback issue that I kind of don't want to fuck with. So, come on, yeah. Always try and take digital transactions as much as you can, because you can make a lot of extra sales that way. What else do I keep in here? 3 table easels. Surprisingly actually fit in here. So these table easels, if you've ever seen my setup, I have 3 really big frames that sit right on top of my table. I believe I bought these at Hobby Lobby and not Amazon. They are on their last leg as well. I have abused the shit out of them. Yeah, they are about 1 pound a piece, if that matters to you. I also carry in here my commission paper, 8.5 by 11. I just create my template in Photoshop, and then the regular black and white prints, I just take it to Staples or Office Depot or wherever you need them done, and then you can get them mass made for really, really cheap, and it adds a nice, really professional flair to your commissions, if you take commissions. And then, really important, I have my bright green folder. In here, not only do I have the sheet that I've made to take down the shipping information for people who want to order stuff from me and want to have it shipped, but also if I have tax papers, if I have the receipt for my table, if I have seller's permits, all that kind of important nerd stuff goes in the bright green folder, and that is important. So everything else that I keep in here are like little stickers in case I need to relabel anything. And when you're flying, at least here in the US, you are allowed 1 personal item, which is my backpack, which we'll get to, 1 carry-on item, which is this. Those 2 are free. And then you're allowed your check-in bags, which is going to be this, and I'll get to it. So when it comes to your personal item and your check-in item, or your personal item and your carry-on item, which are your 2 free things, there is no weight limit to them. So the only thing that's limiting how much you can take here is how much you can carry. I'm a big boy, so I can carry a lot of stuff. I think that's one of the reasons this is starting to break, but I stuffed this to the max. All right. So we're gonna get here to the big boy, all right? This is an Skb Golf Case. I don't actually recommend this particular case or this shape of it. There we go. It's just something that I was trying out, but I will have a link in the Amazon link for this and the one that I'm going to be replacing it with in the description. It's just because the shape of it is kind of weird, so it's really hard to pack a lot of stuff in it. I'd rather get something a little flatter and a little wider than something that's this much of a cylinder. So let's start off with these. So you've seen my 11 by 17 prints. These are my 18 by 24 and my 24 by 36 prints. I load them in here. These are big shipping tubes, mailing tubes. You can just buy them at Staples for like $3 or $4. You take your bigger prints, you roll them up, and just slide them on in there, and then you could transport a ton of big prints, and hopefully you come home with a lot less than you left with, right? So that's in there. And then I have my 11 by 17 landscape folder. I believe I got this on Amazon. So I sit this on the table so people can flip through my prints. If they can touch it, they can see it. I feel like they're more likely to buy it. So, yeah. And then of course you have your 11 by 17 poster sleeves. I get the kind that have the sealable flap in case it's raining. Weather does play a big part in whether or not people are going to buy paper prints off of you. If it's raining, naturally they're going to be more hesitant to buy something from you. I also have these, which I buy from Clear Bags. What these are, they're basically plastic wrapping tubes, little wrapping tubes. For my bigger prints, my 18 by 24s, my 24 by 36s, I will roll them up and put them in here, and I will pre-package just a couple of them so that if somebody wants to buy the bigger size, I can just grab it right away. It's pre-packaged for them. Being pre-packaged is also a really good selling point. Attendees who are walking around a convention don't really want to carry a bunch of shit with them. So if you just say, hey, it's pre-packaged for you, it can help you sell it. And this helps me kind of stay organized behind the table. Really inexpensive for what you get out of it. In this case, I also carry my tablecloth or cloths, depending on how many tables I have. I have this bag here with all these goodies. I keep my magnet set. When I set up my display, my pipe display, I set up the pipes. I have a curtain backdrop, a flat black curtain backdrop, and then I will hold up my prints on the backdrop using magnets. I don't use tape. I don't do any of that stuff that leaves residue. I just like it to be slick and clean, and magnets are the best way to do that I've found. I have a screwdriver, which I use to construct my pipe display. I have two of these. I don't know where the other one is. I have two of these. Oh, here it is. I have two of these card stands, and in here I have my business cards. So I actually just shove all this shit just in this bag. See, not very organized, but organized enough. And then, of course, I have my pipe display here. It comes in this case. I'm not going to open it up for the video here because I'll put a link to it, the Amazon link to it, and then you could just check it out for yourself what it looks like. Plus, if you go to any of my vlogs, you could see the way I set everything up. So, with my 11 by 17s, where do I get them printed? I buy my paper in bulk from either Kelly Paper, or I actually buy my paper from Staples. I have a business account with Staples. I like to print on a 12-point gloss, so it's a really, really heavy, very shiny paper. It's a laser print paper, so when they print it, it does have this weird etching to it because ink is very smooth. When you get the laser print, it has like this nice little groove, and I like how that looks. And it's kind of a specialty paper, so I do have to buy it ahead of time. And a lot of the things that dictate where I buy my stuff is the time. Like, how much time do I have before my next show? Because you guys know I do these like every weekend. So if I'm running short and I need something in 4 days, but it takes them like 2 weeks, sometimes I have no choice but to go to somewhere like Staples, which is going to be more expensive, but I can get it like next day, you know? So you're paying for time, basically. And that's why planning ahead is so important. And I try to plan ahead. I don't always. Another place I like to get big prints made is Fireball Printing. They're really inexpensive. The problem is Fireball Printing requires you to order a lot of prints at one time. I'm talking like $900, $1,000 worth of prints at any single order because they give you such a large quantity. But Vistaprint actually is also an okay place to get your stuff printed. Their quality is not the greatest when it comes to printing. Like, it's not crystal clear. But if you shop while they have a coupon going on, holy shit, you can get some prints made for cheap. like you can get them made for really, really inexpensive when you find their 40-50% coupon, site-wide coupon going on. They like to ship all their stuff in individual tubes, though, which is so annoying. Anyway, so let's get this out of the way. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the stuff I take with me to the conventions. I will get into my backpack and my recording gear, my vlogging gear right now. I also stuff my clothes in here. For those of you who know, when I do Airbnbs, I actually like to rent out an entire house because usually it's not that much more expensive than renting out a room. And I only bring like one pair of clothes, and then I'll just wash it every night. so so that I don't have to carry a bunch of clothes with me. Now, when it comes to your one check-in bag, which is not free, so you have your carry-on and you have your personal item, which are free, and then you have your check-in item. At least here in the U.S., if it's under 50 pounds, it's $25 to check it in. Not a big deal. If you go over 50 pounds but under 75 pounds, it's $125, and then I believe it's $225 above 75 pounds, but you can't go over 100 pounds, if that makes sense. So try to keep it under 50 pounds if humanly possible to save you money. Hopefully you don't have to worry about the weight on your way back because you moved all your product. That's the goal, right? So when I am vlogging, I have this Amazon Basics tripod. It's only 1 pound. I like it. It's only $9 and it's really flimsy, but you get what you pay for. It's actually pretty badass for $9. I use a monopod. For when I do some selfie stuff. Let's see. I am recording with a Sony a5100, and right now I use 2 different lenses. I have the kit lens, which is a 16mm to 50mm lens, and that is an electronic lens. So this actually have a full manual 35mm lens that I've been using lately. I used it in the Cherry Blossom Festival vlog. That's why it looks a lot different than my other ones. I still have to practice a lot with this one, but I do like having a different kind of lens available for vlogging's sake. My Copics that I bring with me, I just have a full set of cool grays with me. This is kind of my travel one. I use the classic Copics because they have a higher ink capacity than the Copic sketches, and I don't like to carry ink refills with me when I fly somewhere, so I top these off and then I head out to the con, and if they run out, they run out. But their capacity is pretty high, so usually it doesn't. But this is my travel set for Copics, and I do all my commissions in grayscale. My signature pen when I sign all my prints, I use this this fucking Soccer of America pen. That's what I use to sign all my prints. And then when it comes to my markers and stuff, I just have my Pentel pocket brush, I have the Tombow calligraphy pen, and then I just have this mechanical pencil. And because I record with the A5100, I actually carry 6 batteries with me. Mad batteries, because when you're vlogging, they die faster than they charge. I have these little mini charging stations, and then I have 2 batteries, and I'm constantly charging and cycling and trying to stay on top of the game when I'm vlogging. So I always bring a sketchbook with me. I like to bring hardcover sketchbooks. That way I can all right. Then I have my Wacom Mobile Studio Pro 16 that I use to do commissions, to edit videos, and just check Facebook. So it's essentially my work laptop when I'm away. And this I put in this case, and it fits in this backpack. This is like the best backpack I've ever had. And I will link, again, all the links to all this stuff will be in the description. So I put that there. Little Bluetooth keyboard. I bought it for $10. I think it was $10. I know it was really inexpensive. If you get the Bluetooth keyboard from Wacom that's designed for this, it's like $40 or something. It's like an unnecessary amount of money. So just get a generic one. You'll be fine. So that goes there. The cord to the Mobile Studio Pro goes in here. The stylus goes in this pocket in the back. A little kickstand. This works for any tablet. Oh, wait. There you go. This works for any tablet. When I bought this kickstand, the Wacom had not released the real kickstand for the Mobile Studio Pro yet, which is dumb. Have all your items before you release it. So I bought this, and I just don't have any reason to buy the official Wacom one. as long as I still have this one. I bring an extra jar of ink for my Pentel Pocket brush. And then all my camera gear actually goes in here as well. My tripod goes in here. My monopod goes in here. I think that's it. Yeah, the sketchbook goes here. This one right here. And that is pretty much everything that I bring. And then I, bring cash for change, and you're good to go. And again, the goal is to come home with a lot less than you left with. So, anyway. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope you found this video at least somewhat helpful. Sorry, a little chaotic. I'm actually prepping for a show right now. Yeah, any questions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.